Hello, my name's Jen Gilliam and I'm the Programme Director for the Summit Accredited Checking Pharmacy Technician qualification and the Pre and In-Process Checking qualification. Today I'm going to show you how we will be using VQManager to build your e-portfolio. Now you should have received an email from me that includes a link to the VQManager site and your login details. Once you have clicked on the link, you should find yourself on the VQManager login page. Next, you will need to enter your username and password. This should take you to the VQManager homepage. Now we will have a quick look round so you can see where to find different elements of your portfolio. On the homepage you will see several tabs. I'm going to show you the core elements of your e-portfolio, but please feel free to have an explore so you can get the best out of the software. So first up we have the To Do tab. If you click on that one, this will show you any evidence that's been returned to you from your assessor that needs action. You'll be able to click on the evidence and see any comments from your educational supervisor. Next is My Progress Summary. Here you can view how far along you've got with your evidence collection. It will show you your overall percentage, and as soon as the evidence has been marked by your educational supervisor, it will show in green underneath. The next tab I'm going to show you is the File Library. Here you'll find the course handbook and your course templates. Some elements you will need to print off and fill out by hand, and others you can complete electronically and upload directly as a file. Next we're going to have a look at your portfolio. Click on the icon and it will take you to another set of tabs. First tab is the Assessment Plans. We don't use assessment plans during these schemes, so what you can do is click on it and see which qualification you have been allocated. You can see here there's the Southwest Accuracy Checking Pharmacy Technician scheme and also the Pre and In-Process Checking scheme. Next you'll see Log Evidence. This is where you log each piece of evidence that you've collected so your educational supervisor can mark it. So first of all, we want to say what kind of evidence that we've collected. We're going to upload our job description, so we're going to click on Application Documentation. Summary of Evidence Description is a brief description of what evidence that you're going to upload, so I'm going to say Job Description. Same again for description of evidence, we're going to say Job Description. If you scroll down, next we're going to upload and attach the file. So this will be the electronic file of my job description. So you click on the Upload and Attach File link. Then I'm going to say Choose File. Then I'm going to find the file amongst my documents. There it is. Double click and I can see that the file is ready to upload. Click on Upload File and here you can see that it's uploaded. You can click on it to make sure that you've got the right piece of documentation. Then we scroll down. You don't need to worry about using the Authenticate Evidence section during your course, so don't worry about using that. Now we're looking at the criteria that you're claiming for. So I'm going to click on the correct scheme, so Southwest Accuracy Checking Pharmacy Technician scheme. I'm adding in some application documentation, so I'm going to click the plus buttons to open up the assessment criteria. I can see there job description and personal specification, so I'm going to tick that box. That means that I've claimed for that piece of evidence. Now I'm going to scroll down. You can add some comments to your assessor or your educational supervisor here if you need to put any comments in. So I'm going to put, I have uploaded my job description. Okay, now I'm going to submit to my assessor. You can now see that you actually have a piece of evidence now waiting to be checked by your assessor. This will be in the Evidence List tab. This tab on the side shows what status the evidence is in. You can see there's a little tick box there. When that goes green, your assessor has had a look at it and has marked it. We're going to upload some more pre-coursework, so we're going to go back into log evidence. So I'm going to click on pre-coursework, and I'm going to upload my reflective reading. And I'm going to say my description of evidence is going to be GPHC standards. Now I'm going to upload an attached file, so I'm going to choose my file. GPHC Professional Standard, double click, and then I'm going to upload my file. Again, I'm just going to double check, I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to scroll down and select the criteria that I want to claim. So again, I'm opening up my pre-coursework. Pre-course reading reflection, and then I'm going to open up the range statement underneath to say which pre-course reading that I've allocated on there. So it's the GPHC standards of conduct, so I'm going to tick that range. So I've got pre-course reading reflection, and the GPHC standards is the subcategory or the range that I'm claiming for. I'm going to put in some comments and submit to my assessor. So now you can see we're starting to build our evidence list. When you're adding evidence for your pre-coursework, please upload each piece of evidence separately. It's very tempting to add the whole of your pre-coursework book in one go, but it does make it quite difficult for us to mark. Another way of adding your evidence that you might find easier so you can see which range you're claiming for is to open all of your criteria, and you'll be able to see which boxes you can tick and which ranges apply. So you can see here on your pre-course, for pre-course activities, you've actually got 5 different tick boxes depending on which activity you've completed. So I'm going to go back to log evidence. Now I'm going to put in some of my checking paperwork. So I'm going to click on checking paperwork, upload my checking logs as I've completed my numbers. I'm going to upload my checking log and the associated error log on the same file. Now, I only want to add one piece of evidence for this, but I need to upload different files. So I'm still going to click on Upload and Attach Files, and then I'm going to choose File. Now what I'd like you to do is upload your checking paperwork in batches of 10. So when you scan them in, if you scan 10 sheets at a time, but if you can scan in your checking log and error log in alternately, I can see your checking log and the associated error log at the same time. So I'm going to click on that one so you can see it's pages 1 to 10, and I'm going to upload file. So I'm going to go into this file so I can demonstrate to you how I want them uploaded. So you can see there I've got my first checking log, and if I scroll down you can see I've got my associated errors identified record form next to it, and I've got that for the first 10 of my checking logs. So page 1 to 10 will be in one file. Okay, let's close that one down. So I want to upload all 50 of my checking logs into one piece of evidence. So I'm going to upload another file. Choose file. So I've done 1 to 10, now I want 11 to 20. I'm going to choose another file. (21 to 30). And I'll continue to do this until I've got all of my checking log sheets. And then I'm going to upload files. So you should be able to see I have got all of my checking logs on there now. So you can go into each one and just make sure that you've got all of your checking log sheets. Then I'm going to go down and select the criteria that I want to claim. So I can see Unit 4 is checking evidence, my 1,000 second checked items. So I'm going to open that plus box. I'm going to say this is my first attempt at my numbers. And the files I've uploaded are my accuracy checking logs and my error identified record forms. I don't need to click on this is my second attempt, so I don't need that one at the moment. If you do make a mistake and you do need to start again, this is where your additional numbers will be added in. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and then I'm going to put some comments for my assessor. And I'm going to submit to my assessor. Okay, so now we can start seeing our evidence building up. I can see I've got some checking logs there, I've got one of my pieces of reflected reading, and I've got my job description. They're all waiting to be assessed by my educational supervisor. Hopefully this session's given you a really good idea of how to upload your evidence to your e-portfolio. So good luck with your evidence collection, and give me a shout if you get any problems.